Hello everybody, Tyrone the God 3 here, and welcome to a Dragon Ball Z discussion that we will be talking about this fine morning, night, afternoon, whatever have you while you're watching this video. And with me, I have a guest, my friend. Introduce yourself, sir.
Greetings everybody, my name is KG Prestige.
And we are here today to talk about, yes, I know guys, yes, I know. There's a guy standing here with a gun in my head saying talk about the new Dragon Ball series.
The Toriyama SWAT team.
The Toriyama Toei Animation SWAT team has got me on hostage.
How much of, like, you're leaving an impact to all these teams, man. The SWAT team is killing you.
But seriously, this started around right before my computer just basically died. And before that all happened, I saw the scans for it, and I was unable to do anything about it because right at the minute I was going to talk about it, boom, the computer just went up. See you, Tyrone. So everybody has been raising their heads in the air, bashing their heads against the wall, wondering what do I think of the new series, and also what do I think about Goku and Vegeta's new transformations. The Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, which I honestly call Super Saiyan God Blue.
Well, yeah, actually, that's less words coming out of my mouth.
Yeah, I call it Super Saiyan God Blue. I believe Super Saiyan God Red was like a prologue to the upcoming thing. But I want to get my guest opinion on this series first. So, KG, what do you think is to come for the new Dragon Ball Super series?
Well, personally, to think that it's been so long since we received another Dragon Ball Z anime is the most exciting thing. Like, the child within me, the childhood from back then is just suddenly blowing out from my body and is just going insane back when this announcement came out, because it was something that I never imagined would happen. I thought that this was just going to be a ongoing movie related kind of thing. But judging from what we've been given so far, from the information and everything else, I think this series is going to be fantastic. I'm just super excited at the potential that they could do with this. I'm super excited because Battle of Gods, the movie, left us with so many interesting questions that haven't even been answered as of this point, at least from what we know so far. So they could easily use that concept of the whole different dimension gods and all that, and use that in this anime. Like, that's the potential that they could do with this. I hope they go in that route, because for starters, it's, I think, the easiest thing that they could do. They don't need to create a new story and all that. They just simply need to use a concept that they brought from the Battle of Gods movie and put it here. And I'll be excited. But the question about this is that they announced that this is going to take place between the Majin Buu saga and the one that happened the 10-year gap to the 28 World Martial Arts Tournament. The one thing I want to know is that, when is this the place? Is it actually after Battle of Gods and Resurrection of Ath? Or is it before that? Or, that's the one thing I really want to know. But yeah, like I mentioned, I'm super excited about this. Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, that's what's up. And I wanted to talk about this for a while. Like, as a long time Dragon Ball fan, I have all of the Dragon Ball manga. I have the DVDs of Dragon Ball Z. I love Dragon Ball Z. It is my favorite anime. But here's the thing. When I first heard about this new series, I didn't get completely as pumped as people would think I would get, only for several reasons. One, Dragon Ball has been a series that has been hinted at for having a new series for a long time. Way before Dragon Ball Super, people were saying like, oh, they're going to make Dragon Ball AF, but that was just an April Fool's joke, hence AF. And then they were like, oh, they're going to make a series called Dragon Ball Heroes. Turns out Dragon Ball Heroes is just an online game that you can only play in Japan. Like, they've been trying to revive Dragon Ball Z for so long. Like, this isn't the first time the people have been rumoring new series. So when I first heard this, I thought, oh well, I'm gonna need some actual proof. However, this was on IGN, it was on Dragon Ball Wiki, it was on several other things, more official sites, and I was able to go, okay, I believe you now.
Yeah.
Did I get 100% hyped then? No. Why? Because guess what other series was confirmed and existed after Dragon Ball Z?
Which
GT.
Was? Oh.
Yes. Do not get me wrong. I love Dragon Ball Z to death, but there's also some times I think where they need to slow down a minute and focus on what they already have and stop trying to move forward. Because don't get me wrong, I do like the idea of Dragon Ball Super, but the problem with when they kept pushing Dragon Ball Z, things started to get weird. Dragon Ball Z was technically supposed to end at the Cell Saga, but before that it was supposed to end at the Frieza Saga. And there's even some rumors of Akira Toriyama saying that he was supposed to end it after the Saiyan Saga. Wow. So Dragon Ball Z's popularity has pushed it way beyond its boundaries. So to the point where when we got to the Majin Buu Saga, some people actually like the Majin Buu Saga, but to me personally it's the weakest saga. And it's only because they kept pushing things. If you're gonna make if you're gonna keep pushing the Dragon Ball series ahead, that's fine, but you need to pay attention to what you're doing. The thing about GT though, and the difference is that Akira Toriyama didn't work on GT.
Yeah, that was the thing.
So when I first heard about Dragon Ball Super and heard that Akira Toriyama will be working on it, I got interested. At this point, I was interested because that means Akira Toriyama is going to actually put in some work. Also, the two canon movies, Battle of Gods and Resurrection F, play a role in making Dragon Ball Super, which to me basically tells me that more is being focused on with this series than the prior Dragon Ball Z series.
Yeah.
And I say this, or at least the GT series. Go ahead, KJ.
No, I was just about to say, the fact that I think they were using Battle of Gods and Resurrection of F as a way to see if people really are that interested and that devoted to the Dragon Ball Z series, that they're willing to go even a step further to actually make an anime. Because I think they mentioned a while back that they said if the Battle of Gods movie was to do well, we'll either make more movies of it or we'll make an anime version of it. I don't know. This was way back in the days when the movie actually didn't even release in Japan yet. But when we've seen the critical acclaim that it received from fans around the world, when it actually earned that much profit and all that. And Akira Toriyama saw that there were so many fans still interested in the series. I think he knows what he's going to do. I think he is, understanding of what people want and what people are hoping to see in the new anime. And that's what makes me more excited, is because since he actually is in this one, he's actually taking a role in, doing what's going to go down in this anime. He's going to be the one responsible for everything. I feel more comfortable.
And the thing about it is, one thing I do, the reason I'm more into Dragon Ball Super than I would be say Dragon Ball GT or the other series that were hinted at and things like that, we can see that Akira Toriyama put thought ahead into this one by making Battle of Gods and Resurrection F as canon movies in the current Dragon Ball universe. Because there's only if you look at all the movies, there's only 4 Dragon Ball Z movies, counting the Plan to Eradicate the Saiyans movie as canon, I guess. There's if you put all of those into account, there's only 4 movies in the Dragon Ball series that can take place in the main timeline. Yeah. All other movies take place in an alternate timeline where Goku didn't get a heart virus, or Goku killed Frieza via Spirit Bomb instead of turning Super Saiyan, or the androids were never evil. Alternate timelines.
Basically.
So, with the Resurrection F and Battle of Gods actually being movies that happen in the mainstream timeline, several things happen. One, Bulla's not born, because Bulla is older than Pan.
Oh.
Take that with whatever grain of salt you will, but that's the harsh reality of it. Another thing, Emperor Pilaf as well as Shu and Mai are young, which means it's impossible for them to be old in Dragon Ball GT, which completely knocks GT out.
Unless they manage to just wish themselves to be older again for no reason whatsoever.
I swear, if they gather the Dragon Balls and say, I wish we were old, and it turns them old, I will be pissed. Because that means GT's canon.
Yeah. I hope that they use that as a way to tell people GT doesn't exist in me because I never made it. It isn't touched by my hands at all whatsoever.
Yeah, and the last thing Akira Toriyama did was he made Goku get rid of his Super Saiyan transformation. A lot of people were wondering why he did this after Battle of Gods, only to see that Goku's normal state is about as strong as a god level anyway, which is something Battle of Gods was trying to make clear.
Yeah.
And they did it. And then Super Saiyan God Blue is now his new... That's his new form of Super Saiyan 1. Like that is his Super Saiyan 1 now.
Yeah.
Only it's on God level.
Exactly. So it's kind of similar to like moving on to a new generation or something. This is the
Pretty
new
much.
form. This is still the same timeline, but now we've developed. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Things have been going a lot more drastically in terms of just where the story is going, how far these characters have come since we last seen them, because in reality so much has passed since, you know, the original DBZ finale from way back in the day and now, so they could do just so much with this. And I want to talk about Goku's new design that he got from Resurrection of F. I believe you've seen it already, right? The new...
Oh yeah, the training gi that he has, that he's sporting now with no blue undershirt under it and the Weezer symbol.
Yeah, I believe they said that was the design for Dragon Ball Super. I believe.
Yeah. And I have nothing against that. It's a great outfit.
The thing that makes me excited about that the most is that confirms to me that this is either going to take place before Resurrection of F or after. I'm assuming it's going to be after Resurrection of F.
It's after. I believe, because if we look at the plot description, it says there's villains out there stronger than Majin Buu and Frieza.
Yeah, so clearly...
Why would past Frieza before Resurrection F be a defining factor?
Exactly. So I think they're using these two movies as the way to build up to the anime. Like not Resurrection of F, Battle of Gods was like episode number 1 to introduce Super Saiyan God. Mm-hmm. Episode number 2, which Resurrection of F, was a way to showcase that there is potential to even go beyond a Super Saiyan God and to see their development and all that. Now we're going to the anime where they could go even further by introducing the other gods that exist in the universe, in the DBZ universe. Yeah. If they do that, oh my god, I'll be so happy.
Right. And now that we've talked about timeline placement, since you brought it up anyway, I want to go ahead and try to make an estimate of what's going on between the timelines of everything. Well, they say that this takes place this will take place in the 10-year gap towards the 28th World Martial Arts Tournament. Mm-hmm. And then it says or afterwards. If it were to take place before the World Martial Arts Tournament, that means that it would be exactly 5 years, not the 10-year gap. Not exactly the 10-year gap, because Battle of Gods takes place approximately 3 years, and I think the Frieza movie happens like 2 years after. Or I think it's the other way around, 2 years and then 3 years, because Beerus wakes up in 3 years.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
2-3 years, I think it was something like
that.
But
yeah, about 2 to 3 years. He takes a short nap.
Basically.
Yeah, so with that said, there's only 5 years between between the end of Resurrection F and the 28th World Martial Arts Tournament. Now, they could just completely disregard it altogether, but that would axe Oob out of the character.
Which, mind you, I honestly don't want Oob to come back. I really want to say that. No. Okay, no. Here's what I mean by that. Scrap that Oob. Remake him.
Make Oob, yes.
Exactly. Don't use the same move from then, because I mean we already scrapped GT to begin with, mostly because of the fact that that, well, for starters, Pilaf and all the other characters are now young. So they could easily scrap, Oob in some form, if you want to say, and remake him again to fit in Dragon Ball Super.
Right.
Because, yeah, they could easily do that. At least I'm thinking that would make sense. Yeah, one of the things I'm also questioning about this is because now that we know that Pilaf is young again, do you think that means that the martial arts tournament, the 28th martial arts tournament, doesn't exist now, thanks to that as well?
It can relatively still happen because it's an annual tournament. It's just, I don't think it will. They could actually use the tournament to their advantage and completely revamp that whole tournament.
Exactly. That's
Although I don't think the tournament itself would be able to handle Goku and Vegeta
at this point.
At this point, no. Which kind of leads to another topic I wanted to talk about, but we'll save it for later.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Revamp that ending storyline to make it as if that entire episode never existed from Dragon Ball Z.
But that means the last 2 episodes of Dragon Ball Z are completely axed out too. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know that, but it will give more opportunities to open the DBZ universe even more. Because in all honesty, if you think about it, a lot has changed since then. We've done things that exactly haven't happened in the DBZ universe yet. Like, for example, I'm going to bring it back up, Pilaf. He's young.
And he's him, Shu, and Mai are a great comedy team.
They're without a doubt. They brought, a lot of comedy in the Battle of Gods. I'm very happy for that. But it's thanks to their new age that they got that makes me feel like the whole 2 finale episodes from DBZ are completely scrapped. And we're just going to go in blind at this point.
Right.
But I don't know. This is just simply speculation of mine. But I hope that's the case because it just opens more possibilities of what they could do with DBZ. Because Super Saiyan God exists now. There's going to be more villains that we don't know as of this point, which I hope are actually Akira Toriyama's status of just awesomeness design, I want to see some true...
Because Xenoverse proved that they can make some pretty decent villains. Like Demigra and his thugs are completely... Demigra, Toa, and the other person, Mira. Toa and Mira are completely video game original characters. They do not exist within the confines of the story, but they're really good, and they're related to Deborah.
Exactly. So... we could do that, in the DBZ anime, where we actually introduce... what would be funny as well, or a great way? What if we got those characters in a special or something within the DBZ Super, or DB Super?
Yeah, I would not be against that. It was a really good... When I played Xenoverse, it was a really good experience to be able to, fight off against some villains that weren't the same copy-paste, do the story, fight Broly, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, it was good. It was a breath of fresh air to fight a new threat.
Exactly. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say in terms of, where I want this to be. Like I mentioned, I just hope that the 2 final episodes of DBZ are scrapped. I hope that's the case. And what happens after Majin Buu is all completely blind for every single viewer, because that gives us more reason to just speculate and question what could happen for the future of the DBZ series. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah, for you oddballs that like GT, I would suggest that GT would probably happen in an alternate timeline where Beerus and Whis just never landed on planet Earth.
Huh, that's a great way to put it that way.
Yeah, that means they never discovered Super Saiyan God. Instead, they pushed themselves to learn Super Saiyan 4 via exposure to Blitz waves and crap like that. So but that's what I think. But one of the topics I wanted to bring up, and I'm sure you're gonna help me out with this too, is characters other than Goku and Vegeta and their role in Dragon Ball Super.
Oh boy.
And the reason I bring this up only is because in the movie, obviously we see oddly Master Roshi's fighting, but hey, it's cool. Tien's in there, Krillin's in there, Piccolo's in there. A nice set of Z Warriors are actually fighting, but it's clear that they're just fighting Frieza soldiers, which, to be honest,
they're not a threat.
They're not a threat.
If Master Roshi could kill them, that lets you know.
They're not a real threat. But that does raise the question, what will our Z Warriors, what will Piccolo, Tien, Krillin, Yamcha, and the others be doing in this? Because I'm sorry that the ante is the bar is really high, unfortunately. Goku, Beerus, Vegeta, and Whis on like God level.
Exactly.
Which puts Yamcha, Tien, Krillin, and Piccolo and the others at like basic level, with Piccolo probably being the strongest. Gohan's lowered his power since he stopped fighting.
Oh yeah, which is one of the things I hope they fix in DB Super, because I understand this is what his character was meant to be, but I miss Gohan from back.
Everybody does.
The good old Gohan, where he would just go stand up, fight against the Majin Buu, and be like, "I'm not here to chat with you. I'm here to kill you," or something, whatever that saying was.
Yeah.
That's the Gohan I want to see here. Imagine if they're capable of making Gohan, because technically he is Saiyan as well, go even to just Super Saiyan God form. Mm-hmm. That would be awesome.
I have a slight theory about how supporting cast they're going to be. It's a slight, it branches off to two. One, they're going to try ways to make the other characters relevant. Like they'll put in like weaker grunt like villains for the Earthling level of Z Warriors to fight, and then leave the God like fighters to Goku, Vegeta, maybe Beerus if he feels like it. Because Beerus is already explained. He's on no one's side. He's the God of destruction.
Yeah. So it could be like commanders or like admins or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah. Or two, and this is what I think. And I hate to say this, but this is what I think. I think they're going to try to go ahead and make a new cast of fighters to team up with Goku and Vegeta, starting with Beerus.
So you think they're going to completely scrap the...
Not necessarily scrap them. It's just like the Z Warriors on Earth will not be as active.
So it's like we're moving on to a new generation of warriors.
Yes. Yeah, like a new Z Warriors, if you will. Based on since Beerus is on their level right now, he can easily team up with Goku and Vegeta. So that's 3 people. But Beerus is like the anti-hero because he doesn't fight on anyone's side. He's the God of destruction. If he feels he needs to fight you, he'll fight you. But then since there's other universes out there that Beerus talked about, one warrior may come from a universe and team up with Goku, and and it'll build up. Because Goku has an odd influence on villains that turns them into heroes.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, but it works.
But yeah, that's how it works. So odds are there'll be a God level of Z Warriors that from other universes that'll team up with Goku and Vegeta, and they will be the new defenders of not just Earth but the entire universe.
Huh. Well, I don't like that idea. I'm just gonna say it straightforward. I really don't.
Yeah, I definitely could see people disdaining that because people love Piccolo, people love Tien, there's some oddballs out there like me who kind of like Yamcha, but
why is it? Because he's the punching bag of the series. You can't replace it.
Yeah, he's the punching bag, and he's useful in ways other than just fighting. Like he's had his moments, like when he helped Goku cure his heart virus and stuff, or when he drove the car so that they would get undetected by the androids. Like you don't necessarily have to fight to be a part of the DBZ crew.
Yeah, you just gotta be there to just leave some sort of impact to the fans.
Yeah, and so I can see people not liking this idea. I just put it up as in the air as a theory, only because if we look at the reality of the fact, they're outmatched. I hate to say it.
Yeah,
but someone's got to say it. They're outmatched.
Unless something happens that makes these characters grow even further. I think the only one that has the potential to grow even further than what they are right now is Piccolo.
Yeah. Yep.
Piccolo is one of the only casts that's not, of same blood, that has the potential of growing even further than what he already is. Now, my question to that is, how exactly are they going to do that? And I'm interested to see what they could do with that. Is it going to be from another...
Yeah, some people have been making theories of Piccolo fusing with like other Namecs or something like that, or fusing with like a god Namek to make himself stronger.
Oh
You
my
know,
god, that
things
would be
like
awesome, actually.
so. Yeah, he'll be like a Namekian god.
Yeah, but it'll make you
Yeah,
kind of question, like, why Piccolo of all people in the world,
I
in the
want
universe?
Tien and Krillin to actually be really active too, because Tien, I'm really surprised at Tien, to be perfectly honest.
Tien,
I'm
like,
surprised. He fought Beerus. I mean, he did. He got beat by Beerus using chopsticks, but he fought Beerus.
yeah, he wasn't running away. He was trying to go into the field and try to
Yeah,
do something. So
and he does a legit job against the 1,000 soldiers. So
yeah, so I think Tien would be great. I just want Krillin to be back, just because Krillin is that character that, when you think of Goku and you think of the second character, you either think of Vegeta, Piccolo, or Krillin.
and Krillin definitely was one of the most he was one of the most active Earthlings. He fought. I mean, he fought against Frieza in second form and final form. He fought against Imperfect Cell for a brief while.
Yeah.
He even fought Semi-Perfect Cell for a brief while too. So yeah, Krillin is definitely. He was definitely doing his job up until the Majin Buu series, where they made him regrow his hair.
And thankfully, it's gone.
Oh yeah, yeah, and that's another reason that it would that knocks out GT, because it would take too long for Krillin to grow his hair back, even at his age, from shaving all of it off.
Yeah.
Especially since hair doesn't grow as fast when you're older. So yeah, knocks out GT again.
So overall, I just hope that these characters can find ways of growing even beyond their forms from what we left off with C, because they have potential. They really do. And I hope they do, because I want to see them be still an active part of the Z Warriors. I don't want them to disband and be like Dragon Ball Super Episode 1, the disband of the Z Warriors, and then Episode 2 is the birth of the new Warriors or something like that. No, I want to see these Warriors have like either an arc or some kind of episode that will, make these characters grow even further. Piccolo and the whole theory with the God and the Mechian, great theory right there. They could easily do an arc right there with that, and it would just be like, damn. They have potential with that. Now, other characters that I want to see grow, and also because they aren't involved in the recent movie, are Goten and Trunks.
I completely forgot about them. You know what?
Yeah,
I'm so disappointed they weren't in Resurrection F.
Yeah, they explained why, but I
don't like that reason at all.
I think the reason why they did that is just to give their official reveal in the actual anime.
Yeah, now that would be good too if Goten and Trunks make a nice, because I'm guessing Akira Toriyama just didn't know how to draw them in teenage form yet.
Yeah, and maybe he's still working things out, and maybe by this point he already got an idea.
Because people were confused as to why Goten and Trunks didn't look like they aged much from the Majin Buu saga, even though Battle of Guys took place about 2 years, and they should be at least 13 or 14.
Yeah, and they still look the exact same.
They still look the exact same. I think Akira Toriyama just didn't know how to draw them at the time, so that he didn't put in the effort to do it. Plus, look, I'm pretty sure Resurrection F was like being made right after Battle of Gods.
Basically.
Because, yeah, look at the gap. I mean, yeah, like, I'm guessing, I'm not going to give him too much crap, but I hate that Gohan stated, well, it's one of the things that they put in the summary. It's like, Gohan's like, well, we shouldn't tell Goten and Trunks about it because they'll do something rash. But Master Roshi can fight?
I think the reason they said behind it is because of what happened to Frieza beforehand in the series. Obviously, because they look just like
Goku and Trunks.
Exactly. So it would mean like they'll be the more main targets if Frieza were to see them.
Frieza would waste no time to kill both of them.
Exactly, which makes me kind of question, did their design change at all then? So, because obviously Goten grew hair in the finale of the DBZ series. And so I'm assuming Goten still looks the same. He still has the signature hair that Goku has. Because, if Goten had different hair, I'm pretty sure they would allow him to still be somewhat of a part in this battle.
Right.
But judging from what they said there, if it's true, Goten's probably still the same size and height from when we left
I hope they
off.
give Goten a little bit more original hair, though. I actually liked Goten's hair at the end of Z, and I also liked his hair in GT. It made Goten seem more himself.
Distinctive.
And not just a copy-paste of Goku.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind.
Because I actually really like Goten. It's just, they got to do more with him.
Yeah. Like, I wouldn't mind the Gohan hair that he had before he cut it off. I think that would look interesting on him.
Yeah, that would look really good on him. Because, like, several characters have had that hair before. Yamcha and Gohan have had that long, like, uncut style hair. And it would look really cool in Super Saiyan, so...
Yeah. I mean, that's the one thing I'm super interested in. How is that going to work?
Oh, yeah, Super Saiyan.
It's just going to be one long...
Yeah, we can briefly talk about the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan transformation, since I'm sure, like, this is the transformation that is going to be the key factor in Dragon Ball Super. Like, this is going to be their default transformation for how they deal with most of their problems. Otherwise, why would Akira Toriyama make it?
Exactly.
So, real quick, just what do you think about it?
Okay, so Super Saiyan God, the standard one that we received in Battle of Gods, it was a mixed reaction, mostly because of the fact that it caught me off guard in terms that it doesn't get like that kind of weird, crazy hair design that what fans would expect. It just looks like, what was it, Kaioken? Basically.
Yeah, it pretty much looks like Kaioken, only Goku's hair is red this time instead of
and he got slimmer and all that. So, I was kind of confused with it, but I accepted it as I watched the movie, and I understood why it was that way once I saw it, so it kind of made sense. Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, after I saw that transformation, I started to realize, oh, so that's why it's still the same. Because this was just a way to kind of, in a way, you could say, trick people into thinking that would just be, there can only just be one Super Saiyan form, but then this comes out of nowhere, and it showcases that it has potential to go even beyond that. So, one of the things I'm super excited about this well, first of all, the design, the blue hair design. I love it. I just love it. I think it looks really awesome.
Bulma's a Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan!
Oh my god. No, but I love the design of Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. It's the color difference that makes everything just change. Goku looks really astounding. Even Vegeta as well. I think Vegeta has it. I don't recall.
He does.
I think he does because they actually showcased all that kind of stuff. So.
But no, he skipped Super Saiyan God Red.
Yeah, Vegeta's that character that will be like, whatever.
I don't need Super Saiyan 3.
No, you'll just go to Super Saiyan 4. Just screw it all. Oh boy. Yeah. But yeah, overall, I am really happy with it, mostly because of the fact that this is a great way to get these characters to grow even further now. Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan 3.
I hate that. Stop.
Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, Saiyan Super.
Stop it. See, that's my problem. That was my problem, but way before Battle of Gods even showed its face. I was fine with Super Saiyan 2. Like, we could stop at Super Saiyan 2. Only, like, don't get me wrong, Super Saiyan 3 was epic. It just, I like Super Saiyan 2 because it was that level, like, it was balanced. It was like, okay, Super Saiyan's a strong transformation that the Saiyans can reach when they're fighting, and then Super Saiyan 2 is when things get serious.
Yeah.
Super Saiyan 3 was like, and Super Saiyan 3 was even acceptable to a degree because Goku can only stay in it for, like, some minutes.
Yeah. And they never really did much with it.
Yeah, and then Super Saiyan 4 came out and no one was like, hey, all that power balancing and energy and crap? Yeah, screw it. It's Super Saiyan 4. And then all those numbers stacking up was making me uneasy too, because it was like, hey, we got Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they rumored a 5, which looked absolutely ridiculous. It was like Super Saiyan 4, only his hair was white and
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't when transformations keep stacking like that. That's why I actually liked Super Saiyan God Red, because it felt like I thought it was going to be the end-all be-all transformation, and then Super Saiyan God Blue happened, and I'm still not mad at it though, because this is Goku's new set of transformations.
Exactly.
Like the old Super Saiyans are completely erased.
Yeah, now they don't exist no more in this universe. Maybe Gohan will be the only one that'll use it, if anyone.
Yeah,
Gohan,
and
Goten, and Trunks.
well, Gohan actually, it's kind of interesting. Gohan, when he got his ability unlocked, he could stay normal state, but still be as strong as he would be if he were like, he was stronger than Super Saiyan 2, but his hair was still normal state, which is basically the same concept that Goku and Vegeta are following and in the Resurrection F movie, where they have reached what's called a Saiyan Beyond God,
Yeah.
which is basically their normal states, only God versions of their normal states.
Unfortunately, they scrapped that in Resurrection of F, judging from the trailers and all that. Where, because Gohan's basically turned Super Saiyan in the trailers.
Oh, well, yeah, Gohan lost so much power. He's out of his true potential state.
It makes me so sad with that.
Yeah, it's like that's why they did that. But when I stopped to look at Super Saiyan God Blue, there's a thing I actually like, really, a picture I showed you and Dean that made a lot of sense to me, and I'll bring it up when the viewers are watching this video. And it's it's a oven stove, and the fire showing like yellow flames at the top, red towards the middle, and blue at the bottom, where blue is the most intense flame.
Yeah.
That makes sense because Goku's hair and Vegeta's hairs are blue when they're in Super Saiyan God Blue. So I was like, oh my god, this makes sense. Now I know why this transformation is the strongest. A lot of people are also saying like Super Saiyan God Red is kind of like Goku's false Super Saiyan God transformation. Remember Lord Slug, where Goku like kind of transformed Super Saiyan but didn't?
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Oh, so he was just sort of like, he thought he was, but he
was dipping his feet in the water. Super Saiyan God.
Oh,
and then his body absorbed that power and was like, okay, this is how strong you are now, Goku.
Now I'm just waiting for a title that's even longer than Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. Like Super Saiyan God,
yeah.
Super Saiyan God Blue 2 is going to be called like Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Extended Blue Hair of the Year Edition C++, you know, all that kind of shenanigans.
I will get so mad if they get that far. Like, they're probably going to add one more transformation to this series to make them even stronger, maybe. But I hope they don't get to the point where it's like they reach Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan.
A Super Saiyan form for the Super Saiyan.
Like, yeah, that'll look dumb. But, like, to have Goku's feet be in the waters of God during Battle of Gods, it was a nice transition for us to get introduced to Goku's thing. Now, why did they make him have a transformation and then have another transformation immediately after? I don't know, but I can see where they were going with it because his hair was red, but it was still like, it looked normal state. It looked like his normal stage. Yeah. Then his new transformation looks like Super Saiyan 1, only it's blue. Now, back in my Battle of Gods review, I actually did say that. I said, I like Super Saiyan God's color for the hair. I just wish his hair looked like Super Saiyan 1 with the color of Super Saiyan God. Obviously, Akira Toriyama must have been in my room listening in and then quickly ran to make a new transformation
for the new movie. I told you the Toriyama SWAT team is here. They're just spying with you. They're collaborating with the Masuda SWAT team in hopes that they can knock you out or something and take you to their headquarters.
Yeah, so I'm with you 100% KG. I actually like at first I didn't know how to feel about the blue hair. I thought it was like an odd choice. But then when I saw that fire picture, I was like, this makes sense.
It all makes sense from here. But then that makes you kind of question, how do we go even further than that? Or is this the limit?
I kind of want this to be the limit. Pushing it too far will get out of control for me.
Yeah, because I mean, how can you go even beyond that of a god? That's a big question right here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why I was like, I kind of hope that this is the limit. I don't want to be negative. There's still stuff you can do with Dragon Ball Z. It doesn't necessarily have to be the end. I'm just saying, like, because Lupin the Third's been doing stuff and it ended a long time ago. Case Closed is still going. Like, there's stuff you can do with old anime that still makes it good. Like, you can just make a movie or make the Hatchak movie like you did, or make 1-hour specials or crossovers with other anime like the One Piece and Toriko crossover. Like, you can still do stuff with an anime even if it's old.
Yeah.
So Dragon Ball Super I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, I'm going to review it. I'm sure you, me, and Dean will be doing crossovers out the wazoo. And yeah, we'll be doing commentaries over episodes when I drag you guys up out of bed at Sunday mornings and be like, hey.
Let's go and do this.
Yeah, let's do this. So I'm looking forward to it. I definitely am. It's just, I hope they can stay within a level of reasonability. And I'm sure Akira Toriyama will.
Yeah, I mean, he's left a very good, he left very good hopes for me ever since the 2 movies released of Battle of Gods and The Resurrection of F. The way they've handled the 2 movies, I think I have hopes. Now, one of the concerns I have with it is not Akira Toriyama himself, but the company making the anime.
Toei
Animation. That's my one concern. That company. Mostly because, there's a joke going on with Toei Animation where I believe there was a new series that came out. And people were saying that the new anime looks like crap, like as if Toei Animation just decided to use their toilet paper money and decided to use that as the budget to make the anime. I forgot what it was called. But,
my God.
That's how much Toei Animation is in terms of that. So I hope Toei Animation does a good job. I don't want to see terrible quality of episodes. I want to see nice.
You don't want to see the Toriko / One Piece style of how they drew Dragon Ball Z characters.
Exactly.
That was ugh.
I want to see them the way they are. I want to see them as who they are, basically. I don't want to see them be looking like as if they have their eyes like moved to the side to the point that you see the eyeball away from the face and all that. I want to see true, fluid, good-looking animation. I know it's not the easiest job in the world, but I don't want them to use the toilet paper money to make something that is being hyped up to be one of the greatest announcements for anime in a long time, for fans who grew up with this.
It's just like when a lot of people were pumped about Dragon Ball Z Kai and how it would look, and all we saw was the opening.
Yeah.
And then when we actually watched the series, it's literally just the same thing, only a little recolored.
Oh my God, you have no idea how pissed I'll be if they actually use the DBZ Kai color format as a way to do the new
Well,
DBZ
they can't
series.
do it now. It's a new series.
What if they do it just to piss us off?
They can't do that. I'm actually kind of interested in the soundtrack too. Like in the English dub, I want Bruce Faulkner all the way, but I doubt it'll happen.
Oh my God!
They'll
if he comes
I hope
back.
they don't. Yeah, I hope they don't use dusty trumpets though, like they've been doing for the old Dragon Ball Z score.
Oh boy. It's because I believe we got a brand new music composer for the series ever since there was some kind of trouble going on with the composer of the DBZ series from Japan.
Kenji Yamamoto.
Yeah, where they said the copyrights and all that stuff.
Yeah, the whole scandal with him, yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know, because the DB Kai series, the music is not exactly what I would call DBZ status in terms of it.
It's okay. After the Kenji Yamamoto scandal, they had to resort to using the old Dragon Ball Z score.
Yeah.
Like, if you pop in a Dragon Ball Z DVD right now and listen to the original score, like that's what you'll get. The same score that happened in 1980 something. Which is
I guess the reason why
I'm completely with you. Like I want Faulkner, so
yeah, come on, just give me that. We're all good to go. Anime of the year.
Yeah, I'm Team Faulkner all the way.
Oh.
But yeah, like I get what you're saying. You're like and if they can, as far as the Japanese score, I want them to be more techno heavy, or at least use some nice orchestrated music. Take a hint from the Battle of God score.
Oh my God, that is one of the best.
It's the best score in the entire. Like it's debatably one of the best scores I've heard. Use that score, and we'll be fine. Like it's a combination of orchestrated music and techno music. You can do that.
Exactly. Now I want to talk about something real quick. We just recently got a announcement of the DB Super opening and ending theme, and I want to hear your thoughts about this as well, because when I read about this I was kind of like because you'll understand it. So anyway, Toei Animation, the studio that is going to be working on this series, has announced who are the ones going to be responsible for doing the opening and ending song for Dragon Ball Super. The opening will be titled Chosetsu Dynamic, and Chosetsu is meaning of transcendence, and it will be done by Japanese singer slash songwriter Kazuya Yoshi, who has actually been working on a rock group known as the Yellow Monkey back in the day, and they did a song called Tactics from the first ending theme song for the Rurouni Kenshin anime.
Interesting.
So yeah, so I heard the song before I actually got into this, and I actually did enjoy it. I think it sounds really good.
Yeah, I actually really like Rurouni Kenshin's score too. So yeah, I'm ready for that.
Yeah. So I'm really interested to see that opening song because it's gonna be the opening song. So I'm really interested to see how it's gonna be done. I hope it's in the style of a mix between Flo's song Hero from Battle of Gods and what was the new one that we got, Kusen Zetsu Go. I hope it's a fusion of those two mixed into this one unique song that'll just be on my iPod for years to come.
Yeah, at least they're not gonna lazily like remix Cha La La or something.
Yeah. You know, it'd be hilarious if that's done, and I hope it's not. Well, it's easily not going to be because it's called Chosetsu Dynamic.
Yeah, and the ending theme is going to be called Hello, Hello, Hello.
Oh God, is it that Target song? Hello, hello, hello.
No. From what we tell, I actually really like Dragon Ball Z Kai's second ending theme, the one with Goku. He's like flying and he passed all of the Z Warriors, and he turns Super Saiyan and he's flying past them and stuff like that. I like that one.
Okay, fun fact: they're the ones that did the main theme song for the new recent movie.
Yes.
Resurrection of Clover Z.
Oh, Clover Z. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't really care for Clover Z's song and Resurrection F, but I do like their ending theme. I think they're more of an ending theme type band than an opening theme type band.
Yeah, seriously, that's pretty much the case. Just bring Flo back or bring someone else back on, and you can easily get someone else to do it. Not them. But I understand why they did that. It made sense, but that's just my opinion. If people liked it, okay, good for them. It's just not my style, is all. Now, the new ending song that we're going to be getting, and this is exciting for me, is because it's going to be done by Good Morning America, and they did one of the best ending songs I've heard for this series, for the DBZ, for DB Kai, basically. Heike Sara Tostra, I don't know how you call it, but it was one of the best ending songs to me, in my opinion. I love that song to death. It was really good. So to hear that they're coming back to do a new ending song, I'm super stoked for that one. In all honesty, though, I would have loved to have seen them move from an ending song and actually do an opening song, because they sound like they're capable of doing a really good opening song. So that's just my opinion, though. What are your thoughts about Good Morning America coming back for an ending song?
I'm actually really pumped for it too. Like I said, what makes an anime a lot of times is usually the ending and opening theme song. So if you can do the ending and opening theme song right, then you got a lot of people set. And I think that they're putting a lot of good thought into who's doing the ending and opening theme songs. Because like even now with Dragon Ball Z Kai 2014, well basically the Majin Buu arc, I actually really like the ending theme song to that.
Yeah.
So yeah, and the song they're using for the opening's okay. Animation wise, it looks cool. The song's alright. And I see what they're doing here when they brought the Majin Buu arc, because it's gonna end the Majin Buu arc. The rate that it's going now, it's gonna end in July. Oh well, what comes up in July? The series, so the Dragon Ball Super series. So they're at least planning it chronologically.
You know what would be amazing though? If this was the intention, that they decided not to do animations for DB Kai since the very beginning, is because they used all that budget money and worked on this.
Yeah, I hope Akira Toriyama's been working on this since Kai started.
Exactly. Imagine that gap of time.
Yeah.
Dude, I will be super freaked out if that was the case. And that was the reason why the animation that we see in DB Kai is the exact same, just a little, fixed here and there. Is because they saved all that animation money they could have easily used on DB Kai for DB Super.
Yeah.
I will just be so happy for that.
Me too. But that's basically all you've hit the nail on the head as far as things I was going to say, as far as my final thoughts on that.
So yeah, I have nothing much more to say in terms of DB Super because really, in all honesty, that's all we really got.
Yeah, the fact that we were able to make this long of a conversation is actually really surprising, considering that they haven't given us anything.
Yeah, but I think it's more of, we're just big fans and we're just hoping for the best for this series. We're just hoping that what we get in this new saga of DBZ is on par with what we received previous, because as I mentioned before, Battle of Gods is without a doubt one of the greatest DBZ movies, and heck, I would even call it to be on par with some of the best battles with DBZ I've ever seen in a long time. And that's mostly because the show has ended like years ago. So to me, after witnessing what they did with Battle of Gods, I know that deep down I'm going to be expecting greatness. I am expecting to see battles of the year, battles of the century, things that will be kept into the minds of millions of fans and make people remember why we are fans of DBZ to begin with. It's because of how they handle battles, how they handle the characters and all that. If they do that here and make it into an anime series in Battle of Gods quality in terms of story, progression, battles, you got a series that I'm going to devote to the rest of my life right there, man. Because to me, still, DBZ is still on the high rankings of my favorite anime of all time, because it was the start. It was where I began. It was what gave me interest to go and see other animes before I realized, oh my god, there's like a whole generation of anime shows that I've never witnessed before because they never existed, and now I want to see these happen. And thankfully, as technology moved on, we were given the opportunity to watch all these animes that released back in the day and see how far we've grown till now. So, that's all I got to say about this. I'm super excited. I cannot wait to see the potential that we can get with this, because like I mentioned before, if this is true, what I mentioned before, that they didn't waste any budget on DB Kai was so that they could use it on DB Super, you got me day one instant buy and all that. I will buy the Blu-rays and DVDs from Japan and just export them over here. I will listen to the dub in hopes that Bruce Faulkner actually comes back and all that. I just hope greatness. I hope greatness comes to this series. That's all I gotta say about that. Nothing much more than that. So that's pretty much my opinion on this.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Tyrone? What is what you expect?
For being as long of a Dragon Ball Z fan as I've been, it's just first of all, I gotta say this is a nice year for Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Personally, Xenoverse, Resurrection F,
Battle of
Gods being on Blue, the soda commercial, that you could be anything you wanna. Anyway, with all of that being done, I gotta say this has been a really good year for Dragon Ball Z, and just I have been a fan for a long time. My dad was a fan. My stepdad got me into the series. It took out Pokemon as my favorite anime. Pokemon's still very considerate. It's just Dragon Ball Z. Even after watching the millions of anime I've watched, I always come back to DBZ. And for me, I'm an oddball when it comes to DBZ. It's not just the fights that I like. It's the interactions with a lot of the characters. I mean, I like a simple scene where Bulma and Chi-Chi were talking about trading Vegeta and Goku as husbands for a day. And Yamcha tried to, request himself, and then Chi-Chi's like, we don't want to downgrade, and everybody's cracking up. Just moments like that. I love the Z Warriors. I love the entire series. So when you do certain things like make Evolution the live action movie, or you make GT, then I get upset. So the thing about this is, and I'm gonna be, this is coming from 100% my heart as a true Blue DBZ fan. I love the fact that Super is being made. However, I'm also cautious
Of course.
because there's only so much you can do with such a great series, and when you keep picking at it and picking at it and letting fans decide what you should do with it, things start to go astray. Like there were some things I like the Majin Buu saga, Majin Vegeta versus Super Saiyan 2 Goku is one of my most favorite fights in the series. But unfortunately, there were things I didn't like about the Majin Buu saga as well. Like, why did Gohan go Ultimate only to be absorbed by Buu? Why did Goten and Trunks fuse only for their fusion to not do anything? Why was Vegito made only for Buu to die by a spirit bomb? Like those are problems that I have with when you try to push things further than they can actually go. So I'm excited for Dragon Ball Super. I'm pumped. I can't wait. I'm reviewing the series every week, for Christ's sake, and I will be doing discussions and things like that. How we're treating X and Y right now is how I'm going to be treating Dragon Ball Super.
Exactly.
But I'm also cautious.
I have high hopes, and mostly because
I would say because this is a series that you can't really do. It can't afford to go through GTs again.
Yeah, you can't. Like the reason why I'm very hopeful for this series is because one of the sayings that I've heard a lot from around the world is that sometimes the best way to succeed is to fail and understand the concept of failure, so you can gain more, use that experience as a way to never go through that mess again. So,
and GT was its fall.
Exactly. But then again, Akira Toriyama wasn't even involved with that, so since it wasn't even touched by his hands in any way, shape, or form, I don't have to care about that series. I just care about what Akira Toriyama creates, what the character designs for future characters are going to be. I want to see that, and I'm so excited because the childhood, is coming back. The series that started it for me is coming back, and
so
I can't say no to it.
So with that all being said, I will send a link to KG's channel. Check him out. He does Pokemon X and Y content. Obviously, we all work together, me, him, and Dean, as well as the Tronic. So and then look forward to July where I review the Dragon Ball Super series, and I will be having crossovers with the guys, and we'll have several discussions much like this about how we feel about the series. So with that said, everybody, we'll see you in whatever video we make, and make sure to have a great time, and don't just don't expect too much, but at the same time be hyped. I mean, it's a new Dragon Ball series. Just don't make speculations that'll go out there, because at that point then we're too hyped for something that I still believe it should be in the realm of reasonability.
Yeah, you can be hyped, but just don't be expecting anything that goes like, let's say, Super Saiyan 5 or something.
Oh my God.
No, be hyped, but at the same time, be very careful at what you're hyped about, And, that's really...
Well, KG, thanks for being in this discussion. I was supposed to make this discussion a while ago, so thank you for being here.
No problem at all. I also wanted to give my thoughts on this as well, so, hey, we're all here together to do it, and... yeah, can't wait to see what more we got to do.
So until then, everybody, make sure you take care and have a great day.
Bye-bye.
See you.